Hello, hello, hello. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? I be just over here, getting downloads. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. But nah, I had to break this down for y'all because if y'all trying to understand, and that's why is there no point in yelling at people or trying to talk about these people because on some real shit, both of them are psychopaths, bro. Like royalty is a female psychopath. I know y'all gonna be like, what? Like, yes. Female psychopaths are not as obvious as male psychopaths like CJ. Look at how CJ tell a story about his child's head injury. Like I could really see like he's a literal psychopath like last night. How he go in between talking about his daughter's head injury and some random little boy he don't even know. Like it was no emotion as he talked about his daughter's head injury. But let's get into the female psychopath. The female psychopath is way more harder to spot. And for both of them, this is just a game. That's why it ain't no point in trying to speak no sense into people like this because these people don't have emotions like regular people. You feel me? They think people are dumb. They think they're above other people. And to them, this is just a game. And like what they don't understand, it's like both of them are playing a game of chicken. But no one's going to budge because both of these people are psychopaths. So let's get into the female psychopath. It said female psychopaths often exhibit subtle relational aggression rather than physical violence, okay? Using charm, manipulation, and deceit to exploit others. Key signs include playing the victim. She's the master at playing the victim. That's why she got a lot of y'all fooled. That's why a lot of people get mad when I even talk about her because in your mind it's poor royalty. But when you look at how she acts, she does not act like a victim. What she say? One of her catchphrases is never let them never let them see you sweat. Normal people don't act like that. To the point where it's like I'd rather show you no emotions or show you no anything because I'm so concerned about the way my image is in terms of my emotions. She want to be so emotionally controlled, but she'll show anger. But any other emotion she feels is a weakness. That's straight psychopath shit. But it says key signs include playing the victim, intense emotional instability, or shallow affect. Okay? Pathological lying, lack of genuine empathy, and using sex or gossip to control social environments. Manipulative charm and damsel in distress role. Your girl is a damsel in distress, okay? It says female psychopath frequently use social charm to disarm people. She could be charming. She could be very charming. She got that laugh that, okay? Okay. It says to garner sympathy, evade responsibility, and manipulate others to get what they want. And that's even you could tell people have such a reaction when I talk about her because she has played this damsel and distress role so much that no matter what you see or what she does, y'all automatically get triggered and want to take up for her, even though she doesn't act or do things in a normal way. Okay? It says, they said violence that typically uses social sabotage, such as spreading rumors, creating a queen bee dynamics, gossiping, and gaslighting to destroy reputations and control relationships. It says, imitation of emotion, shallow affect. While they may appear emotionally intense, these emotions are often superficial and strategically used. They are the core code and lack genuine empathy, often appearing to tick boxes of expected emotional responses. High impulsivity and risk taking. They often engage in erratic behavior, frequently switching moods or mental states, leaving partners or friends confused or constantly on the edge. It says pathological lying and deception. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know these people. We do not know these people. It said they are masters of fabrication and can easily create elaborate lies, often believing their own false realities. Strategic use of sex and intimacy. And then, like, if y'all go back, look at these people's her motherfucking what you call them pranks she used to do. One of her pranks was she gave this nigga dog food. Like, and y'all really think about that shit, bro. She is just as crazy. Like, I thought that she was hilarious at the time, especially like you don't like that nigga, like hilarious. But that's some really evil ass shit, bruh. She gave the nigga dog food. Like, yeah, like that song. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She must have really felt like he was a dog. Dog eat dog food. That's crazy.
Didn't she do something with toothpaste?
Yeah, she put toothpaste in Oreos. Oh, and she cut his hair off for a prank. Then she burnt some shoes. I remember he said, "You don't even know how to do this right. You ain't even pranking right." You feel me? This shit is hilarious.
Classic.
Okay, it's a refusal to accept responsibility. They really take blame for their actions, often turning the table on others or acting hostile with their fabricated image is questioned. Nonverbal cues. Studies suggest they may exhibit specific nonverbal behaviors such as fixed, steady gaze with minimum head movements during conversations rather than empathetic nodding. Different female versus male psychopath. While male psychopaths are more likely to be physically violent and antisocial, with CJ is definitely antisocial. Classic psychopath. He don't even like being around people. He literally only want to be around children, which is even more disturbing, but that's another story. It says female psychopaths often act in the shadows, focus on emotional or social manipulation within their personal relationships and families. They are often more skilled at flying under the radar by mimicking social norms, so they're harder to spot. Okay, we do not know these people in real life, okay? We do not know her, we do not know CJ. But to me, it seems like two psychopaths. Because if I send my child to a person and then my child is losing weight and she has a head injury, there's no way I'm leaving my child in the hospital with the person that caused the head injury. And I already know this person has a history of being inappropriate or weird with children because of her oldest daughter and what happened to her. I don't for one moment believe that they lied. I believe Jalea was telling the truth. I believe they both were telling the truth. So if you believe they were both telling the truth, then how could she then turn around and leave her kids with this man constantly and not stop sending her kids over there? Because she don't feel regular emotions like we feel emotions. That's why I could be so emotional about someone else's child and she could give two fucks. She is a female psychopath. Female psychopaths are harder to spot. They know how to act normal. But the damsel in distress role, she got that nailed down packed. That's why people get so triggered when I talk about her. But see, I got discernment. So I can see the shit people don't see. I catch subtle signs and I listen to what people say. When she sat there and said, I'm not spending my hard-earned money to make somebody act right, that lets you know what it is right there. But y'all can sit up there and say, oh, she's not a psycho. Yes, she is. You're literally watching two psychopaths play a game of chicken. And guess what? Neither psychopath is going to let off the other one because they both don't feel emotions. They both don't have the proper fear response. Or they wouldn't be taking shit this far. They literally use their children in a game and they don't give a fuck. To the point where you involve your own little children in it, both of these people are psychopaths. They do not feel like me and you feel. That's why no one is doing anything to save the babies. Because you have Psychopath 1 and Psychopath 2 playing a game, neither one of them are going to win. Because neither one of them feel emotions correctly. If y'all just really look back at this whole situation, neither one of these people act in a way most of us would act in these situations. That's because something is not clicking up there in the minds for either one of these individuals. I know y'all like royalty. I know y'all think she's charming and she's a beautiful lady. But she is a psychopath. I don't care what nobody say. She is a female psychopath because she do not handle shit the way a normal mother would handle some shit. The amount of willing to sacrifice her children to play uncle with this nigga. Like, which one of us gonna scream uncle? Like, I'm gonna keep sending my kids to you, knowing you gonna fuck them up, and knowing that at some point you gonna crash out and kill them. And I'm okay with that because at least I'll be rid of you. And they have no regard for the law. She's not even thinking about the fact that she could get in trouble too if he does do that. Because psychopaths don't care about the law. There's no regard for the law. They have no fear response. So they're both just playing a game and they're just using the children. She's the damsel in distress, and he has no emotional affect when he talks about stories, even with his child getting hurt. He shouldn't even have added a story with the man, the Rakai little boy, involved in his daughter's head injury. But that's the level of he don't give a fuck. He was so busy trying to distract y'all with the Rakai shit. He didn't even want to focus on the child's injury because he really didn't have no emotions around it. That's a scary individual. That's why he had to bring up something else, because he couldn't sit there and focus on the real serious situation at hand, which was his daughter's head injury, because it'd be too obvious he don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, and all you could do was have the camera on royalty being there.
Yeah, all he had the camera was on royalty being there. Your child has a busted head, and all you focused on is royalty being there, because you're trying to get clout off the situation. It's like a game. Like, he don't care. He didn't care that his daughter was sitting there with a hole in her head that he probably put there. He didn't care. Because ain't no way you can hit a flat. Even the dude B4 Reacts. Even B4 Reacts was smart enough to understand you cannot hit a flat surface and come up with a hole in your head. It's not how that works. An object would have had to done that.
Oh, could you explain how he did the first injury? Everybody's trying to say royalty did the first injury.
He did the first injury.
We knew that.
We knew that.
Because we was waiting for royalty to show.
As soon as she gave the kids back, as soon as she got the kids back, she didn't show them for like 5 days. That's because she got them back hurt. And again, she did nothing about it. All she did was just not show the kids for like 5 days. And then she returned them back. No normal parent would behave the way royalty is behaving. No normal person would. We already know CJ's a psychopath. I mean, he obviously, just look at how he talk and tell stories. There is no emotion. He is so scary to me. People don't even know what y'all don't even know what y'all looking at. He is a literal psychopath. Psychopaths kill dogs. We know he killed his dogs. This is not me saying this. Other people have witnessed this man killing dogs. We know he killed dogs. So if you would kill a dog, you would kill a person. It's only a matter of time before he kills the children, because he don't want to deal with them no more. They have no regard for law, and they have no fear of law. That's why he does all this stuff. And this is why it takes so long for psychopaths to be caught, because people just can't believe it. They do the craziest stuff and people just don't believe it. Me even telling y'all this, y'all be like, nah, royalty ain't no psychopath. Yes, she is. She's a female psychopath. Female psychopaths are harder to spot. Just like how she had to keep coming on Cap's show in the early days to control the narrative. Because she care about how people view her socially to a degree. She always was trying to control the narrative, which is more just manipulation. It was manipulation, because she really even cared about half of the stuff, and she only really cared when it comes to herself. She only really cared when it came to herself. Her children was secondary. And then notice when she was going back and forth with court, she would speak about herself a lot. Like, he wanted to know about the gifts I'm getting, and it never really was about her children. Even when they was really going through it and he was talking about them online, it's literally a video of her saying that, why can't he just split the pot? All she really cared about was he was using their name for money. She didn't really give a fuck that he was dragging her kids too. He was just mainly caring about that he used their name for money. That's it.